Hi, it's Potato here. Um, so my brother is laughing at me a little bit because I just did talked about over this entire thing for the recording and then discovered I wasn't actually recording my voice. We're going to pretend that didn't happen. I didn't tell you anything. So I'm trying. We're back with the Fantasy AU. I'm trying a new coloring style this time. I end up not. Don't really like it. It's more minutes worth for me. So yeah. Also, uh, am aware that it's a little bit laggy with the images my computer's been acting up recently. Um, Largely because I have to use it for both school and YouTube, so I can't just do one or the other. There's a lot going on with that. But I did give the coloring style a try, and I do like the fact that you can see the silhouettes. But that's about it. So this is the Fantasy AU. You can the two people in it are we've seen one of them before, and the other one is in the series. It's his attendant. Now I'm not going to say either of their names because I don't want to. You can't make me. But you should be able to figure it out. I was looking at reference pictures for her, so I'm not sure why I didn't just cut this part out, but whatever. But, I guess I'll say his name. This is I haven't colored him yet, but the guy is JP. And I'm not going to give you, those of you who follow the series will know, will be able to tell who she is from that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling contrary because I have to record the voiceovers twice. Just want to eat lunch, please. Anyway, so before in the Fantasy AU, all of the costumes, all of the outfits I've drawn have been armor, which works pretty much the same for everyone. You protect the important parts and then don't get hit on the uncomfortable parts. So I had to look up a lot of references to figure out how I wanted Brycelyn's dress to work. I said her name anyway, but you know what? It's okay. We'll figure it out. I was trying to do something here that didn't work, so yeah. But it was this was an adventure to draw. Drawing this took about 10 hours in total, and it's a really small picture for that. And it would have been even longer if I had gone into detail with things like shading or background of shading. There is a background, it's just not shaded or fancy or anything like that. But my wrist was getting sore by the time I got to this point, which is probably one of the other reasons I'm not particularly fond of this coloring style, because it makes my wrist sore. And so that's a cool silhouette though. So that was a thing. Get what I was gonna say. I'm not going to give you guys, I don't know if I said this or not, I'm not going to give you guys any context as to what's going on in the picture, because it is in the Fantasy AU and this chapter hasn't been released yet. Which means if I tell you guys what's going on, it's going to be spoilers. You may be able to figure it out by yourself already, especially if you're following it, or reading my random posts about it on Tumblr. But I don't want to give too much away at this particular point in time. It will probably make sense later, as it goes on. I get the healing family just arrived, and I have to finish recording this really quickly. But yeah. Ugh. I don't know. Yeah, that's my brother, by the way, if you heard him. He's sitting next to me. School's out right now, so yeah. We've been chilling a lot together. It's fun. It took me a really long time to figure out how to do this. I really could have done it in an easier way. But I'm not, when this chapter does go live, I will probably link to it. But, I mean, like, in the chapter link, the speed paint to that chapter in the chapter notes on AO3. But it hasn't happened yet, so I can't do that. And there's no guarantee I'll remember at this particular point in time. I totally don't remember what I said in the first one, in the first recording of this. But I'm going to improvise, like I always do in these recordings. So, going back to commenting on Bryce Lem's dress, you may notice that her overdress and her sleeves are significantly shorter than they probably should be. But you can probably figure out why that is if you look at JP. Also, guys, warning, I'm going to be adding blood to this. So, if that is something you're sensitive to, it hasn't happened yet, it's right near the end. But if it's something you need to be sensitive about, it will be coming. So here's the background, here's the foreground, there's the map I made. It's currently both on my Tumblr and in Chapter 7, and there's the blood being added. So, but the map, this is the third work in this world, or in this series, and you'd think that by now I would have made the map way long ago, but no, it took me until the third one to make a map. Good job. Yeah. So are we getting close to the... Yep, here's the final picture. Thank you guys for watching. I will talk to you guys next time. Thank you. Bye!